Our minds are hardwired to process information. Everything we experience through our senses, touch, taste, smell, sight, and hearing, is processed by the brain. Our brain is made up of billions of neurons. A neuron is a nerve cell, specializing in transmitting nerve impulses. These neurons make connections in the brain to store memory. From these memories, our brain has the ability to make associations. This allows us to make automatic calculations with data we receive. For example, let's say you try a certain food for the first time, and soon after throw up. Your brain makes a data file that stores a memory with that single event. The next time you even hear the name of that food, you may start to feel sick. Now, did the actual word make you nauseous? Of course it didn't. But because of the association made in our brain, stress was triggered at the mere mention of the food, and a physiological response occurred that was automatic. In a way, your brain went into an autopilot mode. There's nothing wrong per se with the brain going into autopilot. It does so that it can process information quickly. The problem is when we allow the majority of our decisions to be made this way. In these situations, we become reactionary. If you take some time to think about your behavior throughout the course of a week, or even a day, you may realize that most of what we do is reactionary. We jump to conclusions all the time with our loved ones, work colleagues, and neighbors. Oftentimes this leads to unnecessary stress, which can lead to bickering, fighting, and more unnecessary stress. Most people don't catch this process happening. They just assume that their perception is correct. While we can certainly draw upon experience to make better decisions, judging each situation based solely on previous experiences and not on the singular event is not a healthy way to live. The mere mention of anything that has previously caused stress in the past will automatically trigger stressful reactions physiologically. In order to make changes on our lives that endure, we must change the way we think. So how do we change the way we think? The first step is to become aware. Once we're aware of how our minds actually work, we can begin to act and actually make decisions instead of simply being reactionary. We can then make decisions by drawing on experience along with judging an event within the proper context. This leads to clear thinking, less stress, and an overall happier life.